How's it going, family? Welcome back to the channel. Do we have some exciting news to report to you that's late breaking? Actually, the news broke. I think it was a surprise, but the cat was slipped out of the hat during a conversation. Actually, it was a Twitter space being held. It was a joint Twitter space being held by Saitama, Mazimatic, and also epayme. They were talking about some things that were coming up for the Mazimatic project and some updates from epayme. But before we get into that, let me go ahead and remind you to go ahead and like this video. It helps the YouTube algorithm out, helps us to spread the word about our channel, and therefore more people can find out about our channel and subscribe to us as well. Now, besides liking the channel or liking the video, go ahead and comment below after you've watched it to chime into the conversation. And last of all, go ahead and hit that subscribe button with your notification bells turned on. That way we will always be in sync with each other when I release future content. Now, let's get into this, guys. So here's a timeline of events. So essentially, during the AMA, it wasn't an AMA, I'm sorry. It was actually a Twitter space. It was sort of like an AMA because people were asking questions, but I don't think that was the intent of the Twitter space. So they just called it a Twitter space. So there were people from representing Saitama that were there. And then also we had folks representing epayme, namely one of the developers, Karen. He was there. And then also, I believe MK was present as well from the Saitama front. And then also we had the developer from the Mazimatic project as well. So Karen was intertwined in all facets of this conversation. And so essentially, there was a question that was asked by one of the Saitama community members, asking essentially, hey, so when can we expect the ability for folks in the United States of America and Canada to be able to transact through the SaitaPro app or Saitaswap using their debit and credit card? And essentially, to my surprise, Karen basically let the cat out of the hat. He went straight on to that question, answering it without any kind of, minced words or anything. He just basically said, it's live now. And so basically, that's the timeline of events. And then shortly thereafter, we can see here on Twitter, the tweets started flying. Here's the thing, guys. So first, Saitama Dubai, who is an avid community member, longtime supporter of the Saitama Wolfpack family, he releases this tweet, and this came out around 4:18 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today, Thursday, at the time of this recording. This actually may be released on Friday, but hey, I just want to be honest with you guys and give you a thorough timeline of events because that makes it interesting. So Saitama Dubai came out with a tweet, and he simply said, here we go. epayme is officially live in the US and Canada. If you don't see it in your state, then kindly give it a few moments till it updates. Enjoy, everybody, and thank you, team. Karen, Manny the Hitman, and Princess. And then obviously you have the Saitama SaitaPro and crypto hashtags there, Saitama Wolfpack family. Now, right after that, we saw a tweet come out from MK, who is Manny the Hitman. He is a part of the Saitama development team, and he releases this tweet that says, and this tweet came out shortly after at 4:27 p.m. on the 22nd as well, and it said, epayme services for US and Canada is on now. Time to buy Saitama using epay.me. And obviously he's gonna quote the same hashtags and the ads for Twitter. And then shortly, right on the heels of MK's tweet, we get an official tweet from the developer himself. Yes, epayme is live for the US and Canada card holders. It's time to swipe. And so therefore, ladies and gentlemen, we got confirmation that, hey, all systems are go for the full integration of epayme into the SaitaPro app. How about that? Now, initially, epayme was integrated into SaitaPro, but it was only able to be utilized by folks that lived outside of the United States and Canada. And you may ask, why is that the case? Well, as you know, guys, the US and Canada, we have some kind of rules and regulations that are kind of different than other places around the world. Not saying good or bad. I'll leave that for you to judge. However, we're usually slow behind the eight ball to come to the future. All right. So I put that out there. All right. So let's keep going on, guys. So we can see that this essentially helps to now check that box around the SaitaPay utility that was listed on the Saitama tokens website that the developers promised us that would come to us as a use case, right? So we can finally check the box for SaitaPay. It's done. It's integrated. all systems a go for that. Now, let's look at some pricing action for Saitama because I think this had some positive influence on the price. As you can see, once that announcement was made today, we can see that we minted some green candles and we're working on another one on the 4-hour chart here on Dex Tools. We can see that we're up almost 5% on the day and we're sitting at 2 Satoshis 14 at the time of this recording, which is going in the right direction. Now, one of the things I did want to point out in full transparency is that the overall crypto market is actually doing well as well. We are seeing an uptick of about 5.4% over this time yesterday, 24 hours ago. We can see that there are more cryptos that are in the green versus this time yesterday when mostly everything was in the red. Thank you so much for tuning in to the crypto stream. If you like what you heard, go ahead and like this video and also drop a comment below. Go ahead and fill us with your comments on what you think this means for Saitama now that epayme is fully integrated into the SaitaPro platform and is integrated fully, baked in fully to the Saitama ecosystem. What do you think this is going to do in terms of further down the line, the pricing action for Saitama and the ease of use for new crypto holders and existing ones as well to purchase crypto using their debit and credit cards? And last but not least, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Don't be a stranger. That way we'll stay connected for any content that we put out. Thank you so much, guys, for your support, and we'll talk to you real soon.